So, you guys really like my Pseudoscience Buzzwords 101 video. Getting rich by taking advantage of gullible people is really easy, and I can tell that you're ready to take your scams to the next level. So I've got some more new words for you, and this time it's words from the world of alternative medicine. It's got an $80 billion market worldwide, and we need to figure out how to get into this lucrative market ourselves. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right to learning.
All Western medicine tablets are chemicals, reductionist chemicals, reductionist chemicals. Whereas all Eastern medicines are holistic herbs,
Hi, my name's Pranav and you're watching Science is Dope. And people get sick all the time, and real doctors and real hospitals are real expensive.
How's this?
So this is where you come in with your alternative solution. Just make sure your medicines are cheaper on average than what these hospitals charge. This is actually really easy, by the way, because they charge for all these investigations that are being done in a scientific manner, and you don't have to worry about any of that. And don't worry about getting rich off of cheaper medicines. That'll happen when enough people buy them. And also, don't worry about whether or not your medicines actually work. See, a lot of diseases, they resolve themselves, especially the chronic ones, and sometimes even cancers go into spontaneous remission. And if they've been taking your medicines while that happens, then you get all the credit, whether or not your medicine actually did anything. But they don't need to know that. Okay, we are digressing. We are here to learn about what words are most effective when luring potential victims into your scam.
reductionist chemicals, reductionist chemicals.
A lot of us alternative medicine peddlers love this word. No, we don't actually love allopathy, because we can't. It doesn't exist anymore. See, allopathy was a word coined by Samuel Hahnemann, the creator of homeopathy, to describe the kind of medicine that existed in his time. You know, the cruel practices like bloodletting and induced vomiting or diarrhea, or permanently drilling holes in people's skulls, you know, that sort of stuff. They don't really exist anymore, and neither does allopathy. Doctors like to use the term modern medicine or evidence-based medicine. Too many syllables, it's hard to say, it'll never catch on. Although a lot of us didn't seem to have gotten the memo that said allopathy doesn't exist, and that's probably why they still use it, but either way, it serves us, so let them use it. But as far as your target audience is concerned, gullible people among the general public, allopathy is something Western. And these people hate things that are Western. Western family values, Western culture. So they're gonna be suspicious of Western medicine as well. Just keep saying allopathy. Also, in the eyes of the general public, allopathic medicines are the ones that treat the symptoms and not the actual disease. They have a lot of side effects which need to be treated with more drugs, which only fills the pockets of the big pharma.
Like, for example, you take anything to bring down your blood sugar artificially with chemicals. That has a lot of side effects. And most of the actually diabetic problems, many of them are due to the drug side effects rather than the diabetes itself.
So I looked at the reason why modern so-called Western medicine has become dominant, because it's the money power of the drug lobby that has made it, and the government helped it. The American government helped it.
Hey, a lot of these statements are just plain false, but people believe them, and it serves us, so keep spreading this narrative. Which brings us to the next phrase that you have to use: big pharma.
Reductionist chemicals, reductionist chemicals.
Okay, between you and me, the big pharma doesn't really exist. It's a conspiracy theory that says that drug companies are conspiring to exploit the general public for their own profits. This isn't really true. Now, although big pharmaceutical companies do exist and they are driven by profit, it's not anywhere near what the conspiracy theory suggests. Like, the cures for cancer have been discovered and they've been kept from the public in the interest of business.
You will be surprised to know that cancer business in America is $2.5 trillion business. So we want it to be perpetuated. Now we know 75% of the cancers are either due to tobacco or due to alcohol. But no government in the world, nowhere, has come forward to ban tobacco and alcohol because they are the ones that get them a lot of tax.
Or say natural remedies for diseases are being suppressed in the favor of reductionist chemicals. Now, once your target audience starts believing in this nonsense, they'll also believe that all modern doctors are just corporate shells being paid by these drug companies to promote their drugs irrespective of their effectiveness. They won't bother to look at what sort of studies or research have gone into these medicines or what approvals they've gotten. All they'll be left with is suspicion.
Reductionist chemicals. Reductionist chemicals.
You have to drill in the notion that specialized doctors know nothing outside the body part that they're specialized in. Like neurologists know nothing outside the brain, or cardiologists know nothing outside the heart. Then you have to say,
we have to look at the human body as a whole. You can't take a bit and examine it.
Instantly, all these specialized doctors look like incompetent children. Whenever a person has any disease, you have to treat the body as a whole. If he or she has a headache, you need to also treat his liver and kidneys.
All Western medicine tablets are chemicals, reductionist chemicals. Whereas all Eastern medicines, Tibetan, Chinese or Indian, are holistic herbs,
Oh, people just love this word. It makes it sound really scientific. Detox, like you're removing toxins from your body. Or maybe you might just have a juice cleanse. They're really popular in these diet scams. Always run with the narrative that allopathic medicines are full of these poisons and your modern lifestyle just fills your body up with these toxins and stress and everything, which need to be removed with your herbal detoxifying concoction or something like cupping.
Cupping is a traditional treatment which involves the physician applying suction to affected areas using special cups. It reduces stagnation, promotes better T blood circulation, and dispels pathogenic factors such as dampness, wind, heat, and cold.
Now be careful with this one, okay? Because there are some studies that show that detox is completely pointless. Make sure your targets don't read about them, because in reality, it's your liver and kidneys that gets rid of toxins from your body. So if you're not careful and you use heavy metals such as lead or mercury in your products, then that might mess up a patient's liver and you might just get exposed by some liver doctor. Oops, too late. Let's hope nobody sees that. Your friendly neighborhood immunity booster. Very good for business because nobody wants to die during a pandemic. You market a product as an immunity booster and you will just watch the money pile up. This makes for a perfect product for two reasons. Even after taking an immunity booster, how are they going to know that their immunity has been boosted? What? Are they going to test it by exposing themselves to the disease? They would never dare do that. See, these products don't really work, but it's really hard to tell, which makes it good for us. See, you can't really improve your immunity by taking one food item or supplement or whatever. You need an overall change in your diet or your lifestyle or exercise habits. But don't tell them that, otherwise they won't keep getting sick and coming back to you.
Reductionist chemicals. Reductionist chemicals.
The word healing isn't really used by modern medicine doctors, except maybe in wound healing or something. But for us, it's fair game. Make sure you use different variations of these when you try to sell something. For example, faith healing or energy healing, spiritual healing or touch healing, etc. You already know how powerful the words energy and spiritual are when persuading people to buy into your scams. Just couple that with the word healing and you have yourself a gold mine. Also, the word healing automatically implies that it's going to completely solve whatever medical problem that they're having, because ultimately that's what people want, right? They want a permanent solution to whatever issue, whatever problem they're facing. Not some side effects from those nasty drugs. They want to be healed completely, which is why they're going to come to you.
Reductionist chemicals. Reductionist chemicals.
If you've used all the words that I've suggested so far, then the people that buy into your scams will be the most gullible of the gullible. They're gonna believe you if you say something like your medicine will correct the imbalances of the elements in their body, or your acupuncture treatment will activate the pressure points or the chakra points in their body and cure their disease, or some jargon like that. They're gonna hear that and think, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This concludes the list of various words that you can use to lure in your target audience. But if you can think of more such words, then yeah, by all means, feel free to let everybody know in the comments below. And please do share this video with people that you think might benefit from this tutorial. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, remember, science is dope. Now I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this video from the alternative medicine community, but I wanna speak directly to those people. I've always said that regular medicine or alternative medicine, if it's effective, it's effective. But how do you know it's effective? Not with anecdotal evidence of the experience of a few people, and not with some poor quality study like the one that tried to unfairly legitimize coronal and bring it to the market. Bring genuine, robust evidence that nobody can deny, so that nobody can question you like this. That's exactly what science does. And that's why science is dope.
All Western medicine tablets are chemicals, reductionist chemicals, reductionist chemicals. Whereas all Eastern medicines are holistic herbs, are holistic herbs, are holistic herbs.